curious ones, and welcome back to Route 37, the podcast of many topics. My name is Sonja.
And I'm Jen. Allow us to take you on a winding ride of not only our stories, but the stories of others. It's kind of funny how life weaves in and out and how small the world gets, isn't it, Sonja? So many synchronicities. And I think you're gathering a little clearer why Mom says a lot. Coincidence?
I think not.
Yeah. And if I didn't have that, like, it's not that I don't believe in a higher power, but I don't need the rigidness of religion to keep me on the straight and narrow. What keeps me on the straight and narrow is being able to follow the signs and synchronicities that happen just living daily life. Like if I didn't see the 37 on my odometer, or if I didn't see it on a license plate in some capacity, or say a receipt from Aldi's on a very important day within the nether world. Like if we were talking at one time, your curiousness about the zodiac and certain things that, happen.
If you're new here, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We, meaning me, myself, and I like to get right into it. And Sonja is one of the most gracious hosts. So is Alabama John. I miss him. But you let me ramble on, and it will all make sense, I think, as we get further down. I'm really, really, as much chaos that's been placed upon me, I'm really grateful for the story, and I'm really grateful that I get the opportunity to unpack a lot of signs and synchronicities that at one time might have not made sense. But now, like Hansel and Gretel, the breadcrumbs kind of lead somewhere.
Hello, curious fuckers.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, you fuckers are going to want to pay attention. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And then to allow... No, there's probably sometimes I've tried to maybe force it on you kids. Maybe not. But, I mean, you obviously... We're blessed with a weird mom. You have to have
That's
a certain...
character.
Right, but I've had to tell you that your whole life because I'm a weird mom. But
I know from experience.
yeah, so it's not always, easy being... I don't even like this term, but I don't like the term black sheep either. But
I use it.
yeah, it's fair. It's a fair assessment because if you cannot be manipulated in your mind by other people, places, or things, you might make some people mad, I think. It's just inevitable that you'll run, especially if you're a woman. And I don't mean to pull the woman card in any way, but if you are perhaps a little intimidating in your personality and you are so raw in your authenticity and you don't dilute yourself, I'm finding that for the longest time, I'm 55. It's taking me a minute to put all these pieces together. Like, just like I was telling you, I let you read a little bit about a young man named Gavin that was at my bingo. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like in my womanly intuition, my woman GPS, my private eye, my everything that I follow, which leads me to confirm certain coincidences that I have to, because I live my life so forensically. I should have easily have been one of those crime scene detectives. Like, oh, give it to me, because I had Encyclopedia
with the shades on and
yeah.
all that.
We had Encyclopedia Brown. What am I, Gen Z? What the
huh?
Fuck, or Gen X? What the fuck am I?
You ain't no Gen
I
Z.
know. What I was gonna ask you if you were reading the book the book. Yeah. So I'm Gen X, right? I'm sure I'm Gen X. I'm the one where we don't put up with no fucking shit because people were mean to us.
You are Gen X.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Isabel's Gen Z, right? So Gavin would be Gen Z.
Yeah, me and Isabel are Gen Z.
But he was kind enough to go through the cringe and just haphazardly start reading or listening to our podcast. And I had to laugh to myself last night because I'm like, wow, if you're just walking into this chapter and you don't know me as a person, that shit would not make no sense
Fuck no.
No sense whatsoever. But
so
as
if you're curious, stay curious on here. I mean,
exactly. But if you're a creative, and me knowing as an artist going into this, that this is my most creative piece to date of anything I've ever had the most profound privilege to be a part of. This me having a story to tell is pretty cool. It is not loving it right now, but I know that
I think that's kind of the purpose of
I think I gotta quit saying I think because
that's
I know
the story.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna come out of this. Is alignment. You gotta take the good with the bad. But am I coming into?
Stop tricking your teeth.
I got shit in my teeth. Sorry everybody, but this is a real and raw show, and I just ate raw cookie dough, and we ate garlic knots.
Can I switch the conversation real quick and show you something funny?
Oh, please, that would be great. Did you see my post about the first baby only, or when you have multiple kids, it's hard to explain why the first one is the only one with a baby book?
That's the one that you try the hardest on, and then
well, the first one you're like, yeah, you're outside, and then you're like, damn,
that's just another one.
Yeah, it's just more work. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Went shopping with your grandson. Meyer. He's wanting to pick out a toy. I come across this.
Oh my god, that's so funny. It's for a baby.
I don't know. It's some toy.
It's called Fugler.
Yeah, Fugler, baby Fug.
And Come on, and I'm crazy.
And 4 years and older. Little baby Fugler.
Come on.
And I just had deja vu right there.
Wow, isn't that crazy? Because we're about ready to,
it's still happening.
Get paid.
But I saw this and I was like, I gotta show Mom.
That's fucked up. Yeah. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. But he's cute. Purple.
He's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. Oh, speaking of, I was at Kendall yesterday. They're having a big gallery opening today they took a woman's ceramic art and turned it into laser printer art, and they were unveiling that tonight, and they asked me if my grandson and I wanted to come.
Aww.
I know, and I'm like, yeah, I got some stuff going on.
Yeah, he's still banking on going.
No, I know, but at least they remembered and stopped me because did you see any of my videos from last night? It's those things that look like a tree. I'm like, oh my god, I bet those are cool ring holders. Oh, you didn't? Well, you got to start paying attention to Mom's socials, especially now because,
like I just told you yesterday,
you got to start paying attention to my socials on purpose now.
Well, like I told you yesterday, for some reason I'm seeing.
Yeah, because I'm climbing.
I'm seeing your stuff from like the 14th, that type of shit that's just populating on my feed.
Yeah, because I'm at the bottom of the feed.
So
because
it's
I post too much.
No, like I'm seeing a mix of from then to now and all that.
Well, that's good. Yeah. It's gonna be imperative now from here on out. Did I tell you I was pregnant?
You are.
You didn't? I didn't tell you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Isn't it gonna be weird for you to like be the sister of a beast in 9 months? That's crazy.
Morning sickness.
Yeah, there's a lot of stress involved at this age to give birth again. Fucking Christ, child number 4. It's not going to be like my other kids, so it's just going to be different.
It should go away.
Yeah, it'll be right. Still going to smoke reefer.
Should help with the nausea.
It should. I never ate for so it was with you. God, it was like Blockbuster popcorn that would like never cross my lips ever again. Frosted Flakes, no fucking way would I ever eat that again.
Being pregnant with me?
Yeah, shit that I would like never. Jacob's was more Blockbuster popcorn because I ate it till I was sick. And then you have not lived until you're throwing up fucking popcorn kernels out your nose and you're just like, ugh. And then I don't think I had really anything with Isabel. I think I just ate everything until I wanted to puke. You just like saltines, I'll eat the whole box. Mm-hmm. Because when you have a food addiction on top, or you just my comfort source since I was a kid was the most legal treat, is food. So I personally go to that and comfort myself because I don't have anybody, and I'm definitely not going to pick up the phone and burden my kids with, let me see how to do. So, there's that. But yeah, I am really excited about. Sometimes I like to get a little cocky with myself, and I'll say things because if you're
I wouldn't say it's cocky.
Well, I have to say that because I don't. Oops, I'm sorry, I hit my microphone. But you get this age, and it's definitely not my first rodeo of pattern recognition. Rodeo drive. This is not my first rodeo of pattern recognition. And every time, because I'm still a human being, we get really enthralled in the addiction of hope. Do I hope? Do I hope? Even in the worst part of maybe my story, I always please let that be wrong. Mm-hmm. Please let that be not, because you want that to really, come on, are you fucking kidding me? And then I gotta lose my shit, and then I'm not, I've got to reel in the reactor. Mm-hmm. Especially now because I'm pregnant. And
I think
what's my due date? I think my due date is July something, 2026. It's got to be close in the early of the month.
I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If not before.
You never know.
I could miscarry. There's a lot of things that could happen, with my age and all. But you kids know the lowdown and got all the things. Christy's got all the things. I got a good support system. And even though I may not raise the child myself, the beast, I'm going to pay for my surrogacy.
That's so wild that people actually do that.
Isn't it? I could probably have a guest book tomorrow. She was the surrogate mother. I can't even imagine. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, that's not me. I don't give two shits. I guess I've had my own strifes in life. I've had to maneuver through. It was funny on that live that I allowed to go in some public platforms on the internet, socials. I had said I was telling a story because Christy and I were on live. Bless you. Another one coming?
I thought.
Blur!
But now that you talked about it, it's going to go away.
I know. That's why you know how to get rid of hiccups.
How?
You're supposed to, Landon has the hiccups. Landon stand in front of the everybody and hiccup for us. And that stage fright will take them away immediately. Or you got to,
That doesn't work on me because my boss tried to do that.
Yeah. The other day none of them worked on me. Even holding my breath. It's like,
yeah.
You just got to ride it out. Got to ride it out like anything else. Which is so crazy. I didn't listen to any of our last podcast, but it was pertaining to energy. Is there anything you would like to? And I love this because I like to stay curious myself. Now that we are building some momentum, we do have some traction story-wise to keep people curious. So I hope y'all do stay curious. It doesn't maybe sound like much, Gavin. I do appreciate your honest, real, raw feedback of Sonja and I's. Mostly mine, because you say, I gotta hand it to you, kiddo. You started from the beginning, which has got to be what the fuck?
Oh, how it switches up.
Reading, me reading my journals, and then here's Sonja. Oh, there's Alabama John. Oh, I don't even know. Kathy Steiner's hasn't released her yet because there's some other ones. I think Spencer, and Book Club. There's some other ones that I have not even released yet. Recordings that I think will come in handy later. For sure, as far as how my story is rapidly progressing, mm-hmm. Which Gavin, when he was at my Saturday morning bingo, because I'm not sure if we've told you I am a crazy plant lady in my other life. I own a plant store called Unique Plant Boutique. I hope you stay tuned for that portion of how we segue into the podcast after that. little adventure. After this little adventure, I should say, still happening. It's not past tense. Because you know why? Staying alive, staying alive. No, crazy though, isn't it?
I came across a post a couple weeks ago that I think I was telling you about how those who, like, no.
I mean,
no.
You mean inner guidance system?
Something like that.
Hypersensitivity?
Something like that.
Pattern recognition?
I don't want to indulge more on like
clairvoyancy
on like my end of it, because I do see that not everyone in the same recognition.
No, we don't all see the same show.
No, they all don't want the same positivity or whatnot.
Oh, you're talking about me personally?
Well, no, I'm saying like those who recognize it. Some are more on the positive end and some are more on the negative end.
Well, here's the thing. If somebody recognizes it in you and then becomes negative, guess what? They don't want you to see it within yourself. And that is when you start to have problems. When somebody will weaponize your light because they don't want it to exist, that becomes a problem. Mm-hmm. No matter what you identify with, whatever religion you are, it doesn't matter. If somebody sees you're shining in that genre, or that, a lot of 9 times out of 10, and maybe you've been one of the lucky ones that does not have any animosity from the outside coming towards you in any way. I've had it my whole life. Fat, thin, broke, broken. Where there's still people going to be out there that either want to kick you when you're down, watch you while you're down, pretend to give you a leg up to help you up, just to shove you down again. Or they want to have something to talk about. So, in this being my most creative baby to date, I've got things to talk about because I've been in what I would deem a giver, and where there's givers, there's takers. And that, if you want to simplify it as simple as that, I have encountered my fair share. Mm-hmm. Sadly. So, I'm really excited for my baby. It's going to be weird to be, the mother of a beast. All the monsters I've ever known, and have them all rolled into one. It's going to be crazy. I hope it's cute. I don't know if I can, I don't know. It'll be hard to, if it's ugly like a beast, I don't know. It's going to be hard to cuddle up to that thing. It's going to be really hard. Do you think I could do it? Like if it looks like Mike Wazowski?
Mike Wazowski!
Do you think I could do it? Like, hey buddy, what's up? I mean, if I can love on an ugly plant, I should be all right. Right?
You know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how everything is such a touchy subject.
Fucking Christ! I know. Well, how many minutes have we just like scrolled through a bunch of shit? Like, oh, can't touch that one. Oh, better leave that one alone.
Oh, don't get the facts for that.
Fuck. Yeah, because something happened about 24 minutes ago that was announced on the internetsies. Like, holy fuck, can't. And then it bleeds into, and I just asked you a question because this was like on what we've already recorded as content. Mm-hmm. You shut the microphone off and we had a little discussion on, should we tell Spencer to take that particular verbiage out? Mm-hmm. I am sitting here asking myself, at what point do I want to censor myself? At what point do I want Sonja to censor me? Even though I know this particular subject is very sensitive on this particular side, and it's close to both of us. So I totally agree with you on why you want to do it. But where we're headed, it's a trigger for everybody. You can't say a fucking thing about nothing. And especially what's happening with what was just announced
30 minutes ago now?
Yeah. 37. Let's
it was 37. Yeah, I sent a screenshot to Ben and it said 37.
Round up, because everything, as we were saying earlier, synchronicities and signposts are everywhere. Coincidence?
I think not.
Exactly. But we need you to stay curious and follow along, because we will be dropping very cryptic, like, what the fuck are they talking about? Well, I can guarantee you that it will make sense eventually. So we were struggling here to, like, where do we go? What can we talk about?
We can't fucking talk about nothing.
Yeah, because and is in business, I've backed myself into a corner, and I can't go forward because I built it to sell it, and I've already built it. I'm just counting down to have my beast of a baby in 9 months.
What are we going to do? Talk about these lights?
I know, aren't they cute? But what fucking pisses me off? They require batteries. It's not one of those try me, and all the try me things at Aldi's did not fucking work. So
it says battery operated.
I know, but you got to supply the battery.
Nuh-uh.
Look at it. I'm pretty sure the batteries aren't in there.
I think you tripping.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah. Who's tripping?
Because why the fuck would they supply the batteries?
Exactly. Fuck off. And I have to, those ones that you get to push the button and it says try me. Yeah, none of those fuckers worked. It's broken.
Yeah.
Don't work.
Fuck.
I know. So let me scroll a little bit and see if there's anything that, all of my pages right now are voted bombs.
Yeah,
so I can't. But there is a particular writer that I would like to give a shout out to. Let me read a little bit of some of, I'm not sure if it's a guy or a gal, but his profile name is Steve Delano Garcia. And some of his writings right now is really getting me through a thing. And you only know the thing. We can't talk about the thing, but we got a thing coming down the pike.
Thing.
We got a thing! It's coming down the pike that we will be able to talk about. But, you can't be a storyteller without things coming down the pike. But let me read you this. A woman with deep emotional intelligence and steady intuition is a mirror and a locked gate at the same time. She sees the pattern beneath the charm, hears the lie inside the compliment, and feels the shift when respect leaves the room. She will not argue with manipulation. She names it, declines it, and walks away with her dignity unbent. Her calm is not her weakness. It is a command. Her empathy is not an open door. It is a well-guarded garden. Welcome to the honest, close to the cunning. Welcome to the honest, close to the cunning. This offends those who need to hide their hand, because her charity turns her tricks into daylight and their power into dust. They call her difficult because they cannot direct her, cold because they cannot warm her with pretense, arrogant because she refuses to kneel to confusion. But she is simply free enough to choose truth over attention, peace over approval, and herself over the game. Me. So, Steve, all your writings are getting me through a pretty dark time. This one's my favorite. This one's not from Steve, though. The black sheep becomes the masterpiece. So I would love it if you guys would follow me on my personal page, where the crazy is really undecipherable, at ZenGen, on my Facebook page. What are you asking me to read?
Let's read what it says and then look at the picture. You know what they are.
Yeah, there's 3 in a package.
Literally.
Yeah, right. And they're not even good for you.
$10.
But yeah, exactly.
Or a bag of what?
Yeah.
5.
Can you see why people are going to be in an uproar that used to get it for
I can't get my little muffins anymore.
Man, I think the Reese's
peanut butter little bites.
The Reese's peanut butter cups, I think, alone are going to cause they're going to burn the fucking shit down. Maybe not. I don't know. It's not for me to say, but I have to say that the world is shifting into a different. That makes me sound old, but it's just different. I am kind of older, but it's just different. I don't understand the humanness, or that you can be a giver and then you have to live amongst takers is just blowing my fucking mind. And if you're a taker, man, I hope you get everything that's coming to you. And that makes me sound like one of those, you fire her. She's totally for violence.
See, this is the other thing that I guess I see, those who actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm ruining it for them.
Yep.
You mean for when I needed it?
Right.
Yeah. And then the shame and everything that's attached to it, and you don't even want it. And then now, how sad is it that the verbiage is career offenses for it? And then it becomes a demand.
See, you ain't got a mirror, but you got your tweezers.
Yeah. I don't pick up I am not one of those like no. If I had a mirror, I don't have any hairs on my chin. I don't got any hairs on my chinny chin, y'all. And I'm 55. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have rogue hairs in the mustache, but I don't have no chin hairs. So that's cool. Isn't that a fucked up thing to talk about? People plucking their chin hairs?
No.
Or having chin hair? So if you were a woman and you were getting a beard, would you let it grow out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I know I'm a one. But I'd also be like...
That's another loaded segue.
But I'd also be like, yo, our fucking genetics suck. Like, why the fuck do we have this and we are women?
Yeah, but what if that's what if that's the way we came?
But then again, I forget a lot of it too. Not only is genetic, but it's like also like health based, because there are like PCOS.
Right.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like surprised that I don't have it. But anywho, yeah, so many things that we could segue even just that, but
can't talk about nothing.
I know I was gonna say something. I had to stop myself because I think I need to practice. I think maybe our next few episodes should have a direction. Maybe we should plan them, even though we said we weren't going to. We were going to keep it pretty. I think the next one should be very strategic in lieu of what's going on. And I think that's great because I think it is now teaching us or sent something for us in our sphere to be like, yeah, it can't be just this cringe now. You have a purpose and you have to run with it, or it's just for funsies. And I love meeting with you once a week and being like, oh my God, look at this shit. You are not going to believe this shit. And then I think people think you're more involved in my life. I am pretty private. Wouldn't that be a pretty fair statement? Even with my kids, I don't keep you like in the loop of everything, even though sometimes you might want to be, but you know where I'm at because you've got that little logistics on my phone that you.
But it's beneficial at times too that I'm outside of it.
What do you mean?
Not in the know of.
Yeah, but you know why I do it that way.
I know. But I'm saying it worked out.
Yeah, that part. Well, that's the strategic part. But I'm just saying you, for the most part, are in the know where I know if Mom were having something really like going on, I could call Sonja. Like I promised your sister that I would not do it. Because I'm not suicidal. Right. But do I feel like I could get to a point because people test me and wow, that's pretty hurtful shit as a human being. Like,
I mean, I know our listeners don't understand, which there will be. No, I'm talking like past shit.
Yeah, no, I don't even need anybody to understand.
Well, no, I'm saying like you're coming off very strong about something, very serious, and I'm over here like yeah, totally, as if I'm not the one that should be like, oh my gosh, Mom.
No, right? No, I get it. No, that's why I tell people my kids are fully aware. And it's more of a defense mechanism, like, hey, I have an out. Like it just, I feel like fuels me to stay alive, stay alive. Because I got a story.
We do not own the rights to that song.
Like
you sang it perfectly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just like the allegoric rhythm was like, get her, burn her.
Sounded just like them.
I know, right? And they're men. That's a whole nother show. I had the biggest crush on them. We had a show called Solid Gold when I was a kid, and then we had one that was with Dionne Warwick. I think that was Solid Gold. I'm not sure.
Were you ever crazy for Bon Jovi?
No.
No?
His hair, maybe. But no. I do like his song.
Was it John Bon Jovi?
It's my life. It's now or never. I want to do it. Exactly. I just seen that he was being interviewed by, I think it was Bunny XO. And I don't at that level, but she was talking about, I get a little like when another celebrity is interviewing another celebrity about how rough their life was, but he did lose a son to addiction and he feeds the homeless and after his fame has really, been with the same woman, has really given back. And so, and Andy's like 76, some years old, and he was a like major heartthrob from my era. And
I know, yeah.
From the hair band era. And he was like the good guy persona that they, versus say like a Tommy Lee of Motley Crue, right. They weren't like making him out to be wholesome, teased hair. But they really marketed Bon Jovi as a,
I mean, some of the interviews I've seen, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I feel like he's genuine, but let's not forget, you've reached that level. You have signed on some dotted line of some sort that keeps you there. Puppet or parrot or echo chamber or whatever the case may be. But hey, that's okay. That's cool. We all have different, and I think this is where we need to get to is like going back to that Gavin. I'm so struck by that Gavin because if you've ever encountered anybody that has on or it's just I let you read him, so it's just weird, but his honesty.
I've only gotten the digital side,
right? But that's enough. That's if that's enough to even clue you in. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
That it's a little triggering, I gotta say. But at the same time, I'm like, I know that this young man was, even if I never seen him again, was sent in my sphere for me to, I think further my tolerance for certain things that maybe I don't agree with. I don't know. But
nobody agrees with shit, no matter.
No, I know, but we have to get to a point where that's okay. Not be like or trauma bonding with another person because you feel powerful when you're gossiping or you can talk to another person like, oh my God, did you see Jen's post? That crazy bitch. You wonder what that one's about. And that's why I do it. And I didn't even know it had a name until your sister was like, rattling off like what she thought that I was doing. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit on purpose. But then now you think about it, I can see how I could get real strategic with it.
I think the new kids call it rage baiting.
Yeah, they do. And that's not what I'm trying to do in any way.
That's how other people are looking at it.
But same thing what we're seeing just with that announcement.
Oh, yeah.
A little over 37 minutes ago. What do you think that all is for? That is all for rage. That is all for keeping that particular warhead moving. And at a critical mass of probably a major social contagion for sure, obviously. But if you're not willing to look at pattern recognition, I don't even want to know what's coming down the pike. I really don't, because yikes. And this is all because they didn't show up like federally, and I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, no money coming in. Like, that's, insane. So it doesn't just affect the people that get help. It affects the people that are actually making the rules and doing all the things at that level of government that's shut down. And I'm not here to say that I know anything about the government, because I don't, and I don't want to, because I'm not brainwashed like some people, and I might not say that. Shouldn't say that maybe on the microphone, like we just talked about. But I am not one of those people. Hey, it's how many times you got to be fooled?
You are entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Just like everyone else and the opposing shit that they think.
Thank you for that reminder. But it is getting kind of difficult. If I thought it was difficult before, and then so we could segue into, I showed up at that thing on Monday that I told you I was going to.
But we do need to segue into closing.
Okay, we'll wrap it up, because I don't know if I want to go there. But it is like, say, it's like putting a bumper sticker on your car, like for any political party that you agree with,
Bold.
or or you're like, fuck you. You gotta so people will put stickers or things on their car or yard signs, and people will automatically know what you stand for, what you identify with, or label, whatever. So as a business person, if you do that, it could be suicide for your business as well. Like you say, if you put a political party's, say, campaign poster in your front window, and then half of your followers are one side and only quarter are one side, you could see how that would make your business a little topsy-turvy. Even if somebody was just driving by the window and never had came here before. Now they'll never come here because they feel like you're affiliated. And if I ever like was to have any sort of political sign in my window, it was because that person is my friend, and it would be from the human side that I support any friend of mine that has the courage, number one, to run for anything, inside anything. If we've got to get to a point where we can maybe respect where we're all at. And if you can't, then
clearly in this time now,
then don't say a fucking thing. Keep on trucking. Keep on scrolling. Keep on doing what you got to do, but don't say a fucking
curious.
thing.
Yeah.
But think about it.
I know.
But if you can't think about it, keep on fucking trucking. And don't keep your fucking mouth shut. And then let it play out.
I mean, I have a personal opinion, but I guess I'll leave that to.
I know we've got other levels to reach, so this is a good, nice. Just y'all pay attention to your surroundings, because there are signs and synchronicities everywhere telling you a side story that means something that will make sense as retrospect can be a beautiful thing. Am I boring you?
No.
Tired? Yeah. We're heading on daylight savings time again.
Oh shit, that's right. Well, on that note, everyone, tune in next week for another great episode. I feel like this next week we'll have something more better to talk about, since anything else we want to approach on is too fucking sensitive to even form an opinion on.
Geez, do you think it'll be better next week or worse?
I don't fucking know.
I know. Well,
but I know we can only, like, if it's at this point where we can't even talk about, like, our own opinionated shit, we might as well start talking about our own stories and what, like,
Well, I think we're ready now. That's the 6-month mark. We've been holding off, though, because of this other part. I think I can see why people don't think that this has got any direction, because we don't allow anybody really, because we want them to stay curious why this was even a thing in the first place.
It's a route.
Exactly.
There are a lot of different routes.
Exactly. That's a very good point, Sonja. Thank you for bringing that up.
But guess what? Detours and routes, they can all go back to the same fucking road.
I know, isn't it crazy? But in pattern recognition, sometimes if you are dodging the truth and those roads lead back to you,
you'll come across it again.
You might burn some things down along the way to make sure people don't see. There are diversion tactics, sadly, that happen inside life's little routes. It's insane. It's crazy. But when you have pattern recognition, you have a story. And I'm a storyteller, and Sonja is a storyteller. So we are here to gather evidence in real life, tangible things to be able to bring to you to talk about, because that's just my life. And because you're my child, that's now, I appreciate all 3 of my kids standing by their weird mom. If there's anything that I have, I might not look like at it all the time, because not everybody likes and supports my social pages, but rest assured, I have my family.
They may not support it, but they're still on there.
They're watching.
They're still looking.
They're watching. So if you think I include my kids in everything, boy, you're sadly mistaken. I make them find out the hard way, just like I do the
Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in today, and
I love you. Bye.
As always, stay curious.